new ships closed beta. Can Lesta provide something dumber for us than what Libertad appears to be? Let us see, let us see. Closed beta 13.9 and new ships. For testing, a branch of Pan-Asian battleships and a number of other ships have been added to the game. Pan-Asian battleships. So EU went with their Pan-American, and these guys are going with the Pan-Asian. The upcoming closed testing session will see the first branch of Pan-Asian battleships at the game. It will include Chakri, Zulfiqar, Hanoi, Dongfeng, and Tiangong. I'm butchering those. I know I am. Nose to the wind. This is how you can characterize the first Pan-Asian branch of battleship. Wait, they're kiting ships? If you talk about it in 2 or 3 words. The newcomers are armed with accurate, at the level of large cruisers, battlecruiser, 305mm guns. All of them are located in the bow, which is both a plus and a minus in a number of game situations. You can fire from all guns without having to turn the entire side, but when retreating, you will no longer be able to shoot from the stern. Okay. A small number of barrels is compensated for by the fast reloading of the class. The high explosive sharpness from Pan-Asians is guaranteed to the opponents. You shouldn't forget to send AP shells with improved ricochet angles. Okay, a decent firing range coupled with good camo can cause a lot of trouble at any distance. The presence of the repair division, which is not much inferior to the Conqueror, so it has some form of super heal. Okay. They don't have armor, and they have guns in the bow. They have improved pen angles, but only 305s, and kind of have a closer super heal. So this is what? Tier 6 Chakri. I love that they do videos instead of like screenshots. It looks like a Nelson. Wait, that's 7 guns. You know, it actually looks more like a, I don't know, Dunkirk's? Kind of looks like a Dunkirk almost. Chakri. Yeah, friend. A mix of Dunkirk and Nelson. Yeah, it's kind of an abomination, isn't it? Like, this is a lot of waterline though. This thing with at tier 6 when everything gets overmatched looks kind of terrifying. In 1926, Wicker's design 892. Okay. Yeah, Nelson. That was my first reaction. Nelson. Okay. Have been increased to 7 at the expense of reducing the maximum speed. If such a project had been implemented, the ship could have been purchased. Bro, both of these developers, man. If such a project had been implemented, the ship could have been purchased in the post-war years by Thailand. It might have happened, man. You never know. It might have happened, man. Thank you, dear donor, for the 34. Holy shit. 49k health at T6. 49k health at T6. Let me have a look see here. How little is that? What's like average health at this tier? Normandy has 48. West Virginia has 50. And then everything besides past that has more health. So it's kind of on the lower end. It's kind of lower end of health. Even like Dunkirk has 52.6k, so pretty low in terms of health. Torpedo belt very squish, 26mm. Basically everyone has garbage armor at tier 6 though, so that doesn't really change much. 51 with pen, 29% fire chance, that's pretty okay. AP, 20-second reload time on the guns though. You gotta remember, 305 guns. 305 guns are actually kind of terrifying at this tier because, well, you overmatch 21mm of armor, and honestly, no cruisers at tier 6 have any armor. Like, no joke. Tier 6 cruisers are like, they're complete paper. I think they have, do they even have 19? They might have like, still have 16 armor at this point. Yeah, it's still 16mm of armor on most of these things. So being able to overmatch 21 means you still smash a lot of cruisers, but you have improved pen angles and 20-second reload. So also battlecruiser dispersion and 2.0 Sigma. That's actually kind of terrifying. Surprisingly slow turret traverse for a new ship, but 2.0 Sigma BC dispersion and all of this. Yeah, this thing is gonna eat cruisers alive. And a lot of BBs are gonna suffer against this thing as well. Let's see, how slow is it though? AA looks like a joke, but then again, that's 24.2 knots. 24.2, that's actually for so-called battle cruiser, that's really slow. It's actually slower than Fuso. It's slower than Fuso. It's not fast at all. It's really slow. Good-ish rudder shift, but honestly, it's not special either. It's like BBs at this tier have between 13 and 15 second rudder anyway, so it's on the lower end of the average, but detectability 14.3. Also, nothing really special for the tier at this point. 12.8. I mean, yeah, honestly, it's not. It's smack dab in the middle. So really, the heal is what's the heal at? Look, the heal looks pretty decent actually. 988 times 20 times 1.2 with the healing plug. 24k healing. You can heal half your ship per charge, and you get 3 charges. Obviously, you're gonna build that into more. You're gonna build the heal captain skill to get 1 more and 10% extra. So you're actually going to be healing closer to 26k per heal, and you're going to have 4 charges. So you can kind of print your ship 2 times over. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know how much of Citadel damage or you can heal though. And also the problem with, of course, being overmatched is that you can't heal pin damage fully. But still, you can print a lot of health with this thing. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, honestly. Like, it has pretty clear weaknesses. It's and speed might be an issue, but then on the other hand, the guns and the heal might compensate. I don't know. You don't have healing flag on Russia. Oh shit! They reworked the flags, didn't they? Do you have anything that improves healing left up from flags anymore, or have they just killed that? Have they just killed the entire healing flag thing? I forgot they, dude. That server is changing so much compared to the normal game, so to say. I forgot about that. You're right. Well, so you get at least, well, you get 10% from the captain skill. So you're gonna have like 22k healing then. 22k healing. Fair enough. Still a lot of healing for a ship that tier. There's a consumable action time flag. That's the same thing though. How much more action time does it give? That's the same thing, because heal is fundamentally just a consumable. I mean, that's literally the same thing then. Around 5%? Okay, it's not a whole lot. Wait, what was this one of those ships? Oh, they did this thing. Oh, I hate when they do this. Why would you put the heavier turret above the lighter turret? Like, this is, oh, I hate this. This is, I didn't even notice it, but this is really stupid. This turret placement is really demented. Why the hell would you put the heavier turret above the lighter turret? Like, this is just clunkier, causes more instability on the ship. There's no reason to ever do this. Oh well, whatever. Pan-Asian battleship Zulfiqar. Okay. Can't say these things are particularly beautiful though. Those secondaries look pretty modern for everything else going on the ship. Seven guns again. Yeah, I know, they swapped. They swapped the turret setup. Okay. Okay. If a ship were built according to such a design, it could later be purchased by Iran, which in the post-war years replenished its fleet with American and British ships. If it were built, it could have happened. You know what? It might have conveniently be an entire fleet made of different Asian countries. That's crazy. What a coincidence. 54k health at tier 7. That is low. More than Leon, more than Strasbourg, more than Florida, but less than every other tier 7 ship in the game. Including actually the Renown, which I feel is going to be a direct challenger. Firing range is good. HE 29, AP 19-second reload though on battleship guns. That's still pretty nasty. Also Sigma and battlecruiser dispersion, of course. 2.0 Sigma. So guns are still like pretty nasty. The overmatching is less effective now. 21mm, it's still there, but it's falling off. The guns are like falling off in their power. Reload time, this is airstrikes, always good. Secondaries, yeah, they're a joke. 5.6, it's a joke. AA, it's kind of a joke. Still only 24 knots of speed. 730 rudder is pretty damn good, like really good actually for a battleship. That's extremely tight rudder. Well, same as Strasbourg really. But I mean, the reason for this turning circle is probably honestly mostly the fact that it's so goddamn slow. 24 knots is starting to become real slow. That's Nelson speeds. Nagato is faster, Collingwood is faster. Sinop is significantly faster at 27. Really good concealment though. 12.7 is actually very good for tier 7. 11.4. 11.4. That's very good. It's actually one of the stealthiest BBs in the game at tier 7 at this point. Gets a heal. What? 21,600 healing? With what? 10-15% on top? That's not bad. It's 24k roughly. 24-25k healing as well. And you can get 4 charges with the captain skill. Once again, the heal is good, but I feel like whoa. Torpedo belt protection 12%. I don't know. You're very slow. You're very slow. And you have no torp belt. I mean, the thing is, with this health pool, you hit a couple of torps, and your healing potential goes out the window, because you've eaten citadel damage, which battleships can't heal well. It seems pretty questionable. Thank you, Amaya. Appreciate the 62 months. Yeah, no, seems... I'm very sussy about this. Because, like, the concealment is pretty nice, until you take into account that subs CVs exist. And tier 7, there's also a lot of DDs, and there's very little radar to deal with DDs, so... yeah, that's starting to look pretty oof. Hanoi. Okay. Tier 8. Wait, that looks like a Vladivostok hull. That's almost guaranteed a Vladivostok hull. Those turrets looks pretty Soviet as well. Wait, there's turret in the back? No, that's a secondary turret, is it? Yeah, it is. These are secondary turrets in the back. Big secondary turrets in the back. These look like Donskoy guns in the back, almost. Okay. I mean, with a name like Hanoi, this is guaranteed gonna be... Oh, what if this was built? It could have been sold to Vietnam. Guaranteed. Okay, let's see. A hypothetical post-war modernization of the Type A battleship of the KB4 Baltic Shipyard project, which involves replacing the anti-mine artillery and the aft main caliber turret with universal gun mounts. The main caliber guns are replaced with 55 caliber 305mm guns. After modernization and rearmament, hypothetical mind, according to the military political considerations of the USSR, the ship could be transferred to one of the friendly countries of the Asia-Pacific region, for example, Vietnam. I feel so bad for the guy. Like, you know someone out there just like fucking drew this on a napkin or something, and then he gave the napkin to someone and said, make up a story for how this ship is now Vietnamese. And he's like, huh? Yeah, do it. And then he's like, okay, well, if hypothetically, potentially, considerably could have Vietnam. It's like, poor bastards, man. Yeah, like it's like they're throwing darts at a fucking flag of Asia, or sorry, a map of Asia, and then whatever country it lands on, they're like, make up a reason for why this ship belongs to that country. Ship characteristics, Hanoi. 32. Wait, you get 32mm plating on the Schnoes? Wait, so this is like a light cruiser line that can be armor matched? That's strange. I thought they were gonna be like squishy. Wait, did I? Wait, hold on. Huh? I mean, newcomers cannot boast of armor. Okay, but I thought that meant like squish or match, but no. Okay, so 32 millimeters, 32 millimeters of plating. So this is one of probably the only battle cruiser line in the game right now that doesn't have battle cruiser armor. It has battleship armor, but battle cruiser guns. Interesting. Torpedo belt is garbage. 7.6k health is actually a huge jump from the tier 7. So now you're suddenly no longer at the bottom of the pack. You're kind of at the high end of the pack, honestly. You have more health than Kansas, Amagi, Massachusetts, North Carolina, Roma, Bradino, Richelieu. You have more health than all of them. In fact, there's very few ships that have more health than you, and it's mostly like Flandre, Vladivostok, Hawk, Tirpitz, and so forth. These are the ones with more health than you. So the health went up a lot. And also now 32mm armor means, and also with the Vladivostok hull, very hard to farm this thing, very little superstructure. So suddenly quite tanky nose in. HE shells, great velocity on this. Really good shell velocity. Only 24% fire chance. So the fire chance actually dropped. It was 29 earlier. It dropped to 24. But then on the flip side, you have 9,000 damage AP. 18 second reload. I don't know if that's going to be enough though, because it's only 6 guns. Sigma is great. It's going to be battle cruiser dispersion. Great Sigma. And improved pen angles, of course. But we're still talking about a tier 8 BB with 9,000 alpha and only 6 guns. And you don't overmatch anything anymore. Like even most cruisers have 25mm armor at this point. So you're not overmatching cruisers anymore. You're only overmatching the super lights at this point, the Edinburghs and so forth. So 18 second reload? Question mark, question. Yes. Why is there 3 question marks after the 18 second reload? Huh? It's literally a 6-gun ship with 305s. Huh? What am I missing? Why are you so shocked? What am I missing here? You know the Odin has 9 305mm guns, and the Odin has a 23-second reload. So the Odin has 50% more gunpowder, but only 4 seconds or 5 seconds longer reload. Odin might be overpowered. It might be. Holy shit. 9 guns with 23 seconds. Kinda busted. But yeah, no. I don't really know. Like, I feel like it's gonna be hard to do damage. Like this thing is gonna be very tanky and so forth. But unless you really get to shove it into the enemy. But it does have the super heal though. We need to remember it has the super heal. So it's probably gonna be really absurdly tanky. So maybe you just live long enough in this thing that you eventually get to like punish broadsides and things with these guns. More HE spam BB cool. Is it though? 24% fire chance. 4.2k HE alpha. I'm not sure I'd call that an HE spam BB. Like that's pretty fucking dog shit HE there. Like very uninteresting HE. Like 24% fire chance is actually like fucking trash tier HE. I'm not sure I'd call it that great. It's like what, Roma levels of HE in terms of fire chance. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not that impressed. Honestly, everything about the guns is very unimpressive. The gimmick is going to be that you survive, I think. You get 6.9 AA, that's pretty crazy, but the values are dog shit. This one does 30 knots, though. Okay, that's already a huge advantage. Turning 850, rudder shift 15.8, detectability. Ooh, 30. Wait. Okay. So now we get to the real juice of the matter. You're going to be able to get 10.9 conceal on this fucking thing. 10.9 conceal. And you're gonna get the Giga Heal. And you're gonna get at least, you're gonna run God Consumable Flag and like 10% probably. So you're gonna heal about 30k a pop. And you can do this 4 times. So you can heal 120k with 32 millimeters armor. This hull that conceal. Yeah, no, this thing is gonna be very, very hard to kill. That's what it's gonna come down to. This thing is gonna be very, very hard to take down for tier 8. You're gonna be able to go dark very easily. You're gonna run brisk on this thing for sure. Like guaranteed gonna run a fucking brisk on this thing. Cause then you're gonna be zipping about at, well, you're on speed flag, if it is still this much on Russia, and then you're gonna run brisk. So you're gonna do 34, 35 knots in this thing. Whenever you go dark. You're gonna have a super heal, you can't be overmatched, you have very little superstructure. So it's all, this thing is going to be a cockroach, really. That's what it's going to come down to. It's going to be an absolute cockroach, and it's going to be very frustrating to deal with if it's pushing in because of all the healing and the conceal and yeah, no, the lack of overmatch. Interesting. We're going to have a BB with sub 10k conceal one day. Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time. Stealthy and hard to kill. Yeah, but the gunpowder is, well, if you get broadsides. A lot of shell velocity on the AP and improved pen angles. Depends on what the fuse is. Interesting. I mean, it's hard to quantify the strength on it. Like the guns seem pretty pitiful, but it is battle cruiser and it is improved pen angles, so they can be surprisingly effective. Battleship, Pan-Asian battleship Dongfeng. Jesus, these things all have so few guns. Tier 9 Dongfeng. That's a long schnoz again. That's even, oh my, you know, if Wargaming took a picture of this with their fisheye lens, the nose would be like fucking, you'd need widescreen to see the schnoz on this thing. Okay, helicopter landing pad, classic. Is that missile launchers in the back? Interesting. Want to bet this thing has a helicopter landing pad and missile launchers, but the AA is still gonna be World War I basic flag AA. Oh god. No, it's life rafts. Never mind. Never mind. Just life rafts. I thought it was literally missile pods. Fair enough. Dongfeng. Okay. A possible modernization option. This line is for BB mains who die in less than 5 minutes. Bro, they're still gonna die on this thing though. They're gonna get broadside for no reason. A possible modernization option for the Type A battleships at the KB4 Baltic Shipyard project. The project involves, okay, same thing as their early ones. As part of the mutual assistance program that existed between the USSR and China, the ship could have been transferred to China after such modernization and rearmament. It could happen. It could happen. China had to get one as well, so you never know. Might have been a thing. Might have been a thing. 70.8k health. 8k health. Interesting. Where does that put us on the health? Whoa. 70.9k. It's actually okayish. More than Navarin. and so forth. Less than things like Alsace, though, and obviously miles away from the likes of Sovietsky Soyuz with like 88k, but pretty decent health. 32mm plating, which is of course an advantage. Slightly more superstructure, but pretty skinny superstructure still. Looks like the exact same guns. However, now the guns start becoming pretty interesting. Well, for some reason the turret traverse got faster. How does that work? Didn't they just get... Somehow the turret traverse went from 45 to 36. I guess they got better turret traverse, but now the reload is 16. And the 16 is much more interesting here because you're also getting the 12% reduction. So we're talking probably closer to 14 seconds of reload. And then you add in AR. Let's say you got 20, if you get 10% reload from AR, and you're suddenly talking about maybe 13 seconds of reload on these guns. That's kind of fucking scary on 305s. Like, this was a big leap from that tier 8 to tier 9. More than just... Usually when Wargame goes from tier 8 to tier 9 ships, they usually keep the reload the same, because you get access to the reload module. In fact, they do this very often. You'll find that the guns on tier 8 and tier 9 are identical. Like, Akizuki Kit Gas is a good example, but then you get access to your reload thing, and suddenly your DPM skyrockets. But in this case, we get a buff to reload, and we get access to that. So, that's basically cruiser reload on 305s with Battlecruiser Dispersion 2.0 Sigma and improved pen angles. Like this, now this thing is kind of getting nasty, because the reload is so short that you're gonna struggle to disengage. You're gonna struggle to disengage. Like you bait the turn to get him to shoot, and then you go for a turn, and you don't have time before the next volley is already on the way. So that's kind of terrifying. Thank you, RBA Gunner, for the 24. Interesting. Wonder if it's gonna get like some bullshit penetration, like they gave fucking Stalingrad guns or something then. Interesting. Secondaries, 7km, not worth talking about. Also, why would you build a ship? Well, you can kinda get away maybe with secondaries. AA, garbage. 5 flak, but 75% hit probability is oof. Whoa, what? Okay, detectability? 13.5. 10.9 as well. Jesus, now it gets pretty fucking brutal, because, like, you're outspotting a lot of cruisers. Except the difference is, compared to the cruisers, you have 70k health, 32mm of armor. Fuck. 860 turning. Rudder shift is pretty but it does 29 knots. Also, this thing's still, again, super heal. Again, fucking super heal. Yeah, and fire prevention and so forth, so... Yeah, this is pretty fucking Ebola to deal with now, in cruisers and things. I feel like this thing will still struggle if it gets ran at by, like, if some secondary ship runs at it with torps and shit, it's pretty fucked. Because it probably can't turn out. I'm gonna assume a big goddamn citadel. But it's so stealthy. And good, and it depends on what kind of kiting angles it has as well. But you're also gonna be able to sit nose in and be really obnoxious. The biggest fucking thing for this thing is gonna be, though, carriers and subs. Because they have no torpedo belt at all. So both carriers and subs are gonna love torturing this thing. We'll see. The Cit outline? Yeah, I'm wondering how much of this is actually Citadel, but you can see kind of a pretty clear indication here. Pan-Asian battleship Tiangong. Okay. Okay, you go from 6 guns to 8 guns. That's a pretty big upgrade. Jesus, 33% increase in gun. Looks like Donskoy guns on the back or some shit. This secondary is looking pretty meaty at this point. Interesting. Okay, here we go. Hypothetical post-war modernization of the Type A battleship of the KB4 Baltic Shipyard project. In this version, yada yada. Same. Wait, 62 caliber 305 millimeter guns. Which are these? 62 caliber? What are these? What fucking guns are these? 62. Wait, what fucking guns are these? What? What fucking guns are these? 305s. 305s, of course, but like 62? 305s. These are isn't that Stalingrad guns? I'm thinking that's Stalingrad guns, the 62s. I think that's Stalingrad guns. So it's gonna have Stalingrad guns. I think, wasn't the 55 Kronstadt? I'm not sure. But I think I think the Kronstadt was the 55. But 62s, I'm pretty sure, are Stalingrad guns. Yeah, they are. That's what I thought. That's what yeah. 305, 62. That's Stalingrad battlecruiser. That's Stalingrad battlecruiser guns. So these are going to be Stalingrad guns. Okay, interesting. After modernization and rearmament, the ship could be transferred to China within the framework of the Scientific and Technical Cooperation Program. Okay, sure, whatever. China again. So the top two are China. So is this just like China pandering? It looks like it's China pandering. Okay, but let's see what kind of China pandering we're dealing with here. 75.6k health. That's a tier 10. That's very low for a tier 10 cruiser. Let's be real. 75.6 is, well, it's slightly more than Bourgogne, really. Citadel is actually lower in the water. You're right. If this is the Citadel outline, it's significantly lower. 32mm plating. Torpedo belt went up a bit, but 21 is still pitiful. So firing range 21.7. The AP is now 950. Yeah, this is guaranteed. Isn't this guaranteed like Stalingrad? It's like guaranteed Stalingrad, right? I just want to see if they copy paste that every ballistic thing. Is it gonna be 950, 950? 950, 950. Yeah. 9.2k alpha is gonna be 9.2k alpha as well. 9.2k alpha. Okay, so these are copy pasta Stalingrad guns. So you get also fire chance went up to 33% now. But so you have 8 Stalingrad guns. I mean, that's almost a full Stalingrad. Except your reload is 19. What the fuck is Stalingrad reload? With reload mode, Stalingrad is 18.5. This is with reload mode. What's the standard reload on it? Is it like 21, 20? 21, I think, or something. So yeah, 21 is standard Stalingrad reload. So you lose one gun, but you get all guns facing forward, and you get a 15-second base fucking reload. Holy shit. So you're gonna have like 13-second reload with the reload mod. Well, not quite, but close. And no, it's pretty fucking close to 13-second reload. And then you put in AR on top of that, and you're running around with like fucking 12-second reload on 8 Stalingrad guns on a battleship hull. Fuck, that's fucking cracked. What? That's actually really demented. So you can't be overmatched, and you can get this build fire prevention on like Stalingrad. So you're much harder to take down than a Stalingrad. You don't quite get Stalingrad's absurd Sigma. Stalingrad has like 2.65 Sigma. So obviously the Sigma on Stalingrad is far superior. But, I mean, you're gonna make up for that by still having battlecruiser dispersion, and so much better reload. So much better reload. Holy shit. It's in a BB slot? Sure, sure. But I mean, you can still... These guns are such pen, you can easily citadel anything with Stalingrad. Like, Stalingrad can citadel battleships across the map. Let's not forget that. Like, Stalingrad guns are no fucking joke. Like, if you go... Let's see, AP... If you go 18 km range... Let's see, can I show you guys? Where the fuck is it? Yeah, like Stalingrad has at 18 kilometers. Honestly, that's kind of obscene. You don't even need to do 18, but we can do 18, whatever. At 18 kilometers, Stalingrad sits at, in terms of penetration, Stalingrad sits here next to Borgonia. That's Stalingrad pen. Sicilia is here. This is 18 km. So, Stalingrad guns are about as close as you can get to battleship guns on a fucking cruiser. Like, Petra is even more hilarious considering the difference in gun caliber and also the shell weight. It's always funny to watch a 200 kilo shell somehow outperform a 600 kilo shell, but that's Soviet things. But still, like, this is a really good pen. These guns are really strong. They're really strong. If we put it to 15 km, Stalingrad guns actually outperform Borgonia guns. So yeah, it's nuts. It's fucking nuts. So these guns are gonna be very good. Remember battlecruiser dispersion and improved pen angles. Also with the fire chance and HE pen, like this thing is gonna be outtrading. Actually, if you fight the Stalingrad in this thing, you're gonna be outtrading him so hard with HE, aren't you? Because he can't build fire prevention. You can. You have a super heal. He doesn't. And you're gonna out DPM him nose in significantly because you got 8 guns with better reload and he can only use his 6 front guns. In fact, nose in against the Stalingrad, you're gonna absolutely fucking dumpster him because you have every advantage. Wow, that's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. Anyway. What's Zhao's reload gun? We don't talk about Zhao's reload. This is a Zhao friendly zone. We don't shame Zhao reload here. Okay, 6 flag, fair enough. 1800 alpha, sure. 29 knots, turning circle 8. Rudder is dog shit though. That's actually surprising. Rudder is absolute dog shit. I'm genuinely surprised to see this. Rudder is giga dog shit for a tier 10. So it's very squishy, it's pretty fast, turns pretty well, but the rudder is trash. On the other hand though, this might be the stealthiest battleship in the game. Is it gonna be the stealthiest battleship in the game? 10.8. What was incomparable? Is it gonna be the stealthiest? No, Incomp is still stealthier. Incomp is still stealthier. Incomp beats it by 200 meters. 10-6. 10-6, yeah. Imagine thinking this conceal is okay on a battleship at tier 10. Well, any tier really. But still, 10.8 conceal is fucking absurd. And you have the kind of super heal, which is gonna heal 30k plus 15%, 33, 34.5k with 4 charges. Yeah, that's that's gonna be so obnoxious to deal with. Holy shit. Hindenburg conceal, we don't talk about Hindenburg conceal either. Imagine trying to shoot with Hindenburg against this thing. If you try to use your front or your back guns when you're nose in, like you go nose in, this thing outspots the Hindenburg by almost 2 kilometers. And then if you try to use your back guns, his improved pen angles will dev strike you. You can't turn out, so you can only go nose in, and then he just fucking starts reversing and loading HE on you. Like, with this, that's such a... Oh man, that's gonna fucking be suffering, isn't it? Actually, you can probably turn flat against. You can turn out flat if you want against the Hindenburg. Hindenburg can't sit you. But then if the Hindenburg tries to turn you, insta-dev strike him. Cool. Oh god, here we go, of course. They have to copy Wargaming's greatest hits. Wargaming's greatest hits being implemented on Lesta as well. Truly. Like, both developers agree that carriers are in such a shit position and so fucking disliked and so poorly balanced that not only do they have to be banned from all competitive, but they're also both working on carrier reworks in different forms. Yet, despite this acknowledgement of the state that we're in, both of them are absolutely willing to jam new carriers into the game and monetize the fuck out of them. Really caring about that integrity of the gameplay there. Global version, now Lesta version, yep. Deadly as a katana, holy fucking cringe. How many weeaboos did they just sway with this? I can see so many fucking mall ninjas right now, tipping their fedora, pulling up their fucking scarf, and brandishing their katana at home, because they're so hyped for the Shinano. Shinano will take a worthy place among its Japanese brothers. The Japanese squadrons, represented by attack aircraft and bombers, are equipped with rocket boosters. Nice! We love rocket boosters. I love that the technology of CVs in this game just keep improving, and we still have World War I flag. That's pretty cool. Reach the target as quickly as possible, sharply, like a swing of katana. Oh god. I'm actually gonna fucking die of cringe reading this shit, aren't I? However, in addition to a sharp blade, any katana also has a back. The effective range of Shinano squadrons is 13 to 14 kilometers. Rocket boosters can take squadrons approximately this distance. After that, the speed of the aircraft will not be so high. Only 14 kilometers! Oh no, only 14. Only 14 kilometers of rocket boosters. Then you have to fly like a normal plane. Truly, you poor thing. A slow squadron and an air defense fire is a destroyed squadron. Oh no! Lucky we don't regenerate those. Oh wait, we do! Can the katana fucking repair itself when it breaks? I guess not, but Shinano can. The aircraft carrier's main weapons has another feature. Of course they do. Squadron attack with all aircraft at once. Of course, because that turned out to be so balanced and well implemented with Nakimov. Truly, the pinnacle of game design and balance, the Nakimov. Let's copy features from the Nakimov because they're such a good addition to the game. Well done, well done. So here, as with Soviet colleagues in the class, the longer you're under air defense fire, the more aircraft you will lose and the lower your effectiveness your attack will be. Oh no! Luckily, there's no such thing as immunity timers in this game. Oh wait, there are! If you click attack, your squadron goes immune to all AA. Isn't it great? Can I also go immune in my surface ship whenever I shoot my guns? Oh, I can't, only for you. Oh, that's unfair. But you can give the enemy a very hefty slap in the face. Great! Just what we needed. Especially since both types of squadrons have very convenient sight. Of course they do, and the bombers decided to borrow the so-called carpet bombing from their British colleagues, due to which the damage per approach to the target can be quite impressive. That's really cool. I love being fucking carpet bombed by 50 planes at once, while they're immune to my flak. That's my favorite. Our samurai also... ah, fuck. Oh man, I'm not fucking hungry enough. Oh shit, this is so fucking cringe. I didn't think they could make carriers more cringe in this game, but here we fucking are, man. They managed to do it. They managed to make it more cringe than it already is. That's incredible. Jesus. Our samurai also acquired excellent armor. Bro, imagine fucking telling someone, some guy, samurai, who fucking risks his life in deadly combat, that he's gonna be compared to some fucking neckbeard sitting in the back of the map behind an island with a joystick up his ass, going left and right with his planes. Like, that's the comparison you're gonna be fucking taken to? Holy shit, how embarrassing. Shinano has record-breaking armor for its class. Because carriers are very squishy in World of Warships. They're just so vulnerable. we needed to buff their armor. 32mm ends, yes, so we can't overmatch. 95mm deck, nice. As well as combat instructions, operational repair measures. They work on a principle similar to Changzheng instructions. Their activation restores combat capability points, which will allow you to stay afloat much longer than many of your classmates. The progress bar of the instructions will be filled with potential damage. So, if I shoot at this... So this is like a Yamato hull, except it has no superstructure, and it can sit nose in. What? The progress bar instruction will be filled with potential damage. So taking a risk on Shinano can be profitable because it was not for nothing that it was given powerful armor. And the rapid fire secondary battery will act as a good argument when approaching opponent. However, a wise samurai. Oh, they're actually trying to end me with cringe. They're actually trying to fucking assassin. Is this like a assassination attempt? Like they're actually trying to kill me with cringe here. A wise samurai will always assess the situation and not climb alone on 12 enemy ships. Jesus Christ. Like, if you read this and you're like, that's so cool, I have bad news for you, buddy. I have bad news for you. Okay. Shinano was launched aircraft carrier moon, although it was fulfilled already. The ship was attacked by the Archerfish and sunk. Cool. Here's 71.7 and torpedo protection 42. Okay, cool. Cool. 71.7k health. Cool. 32 metal plating. Also cool. Oh, and also deck armor. Fucking untouchable. Automated ASW, of course. 8x 227, firing 7.3 km. Progress for receiving potential damage 10%. Amount of potential damage for progress 27,500. Wait, that's fuck all. Huh? This is gonna charge so quickly. Wait, so under 300k, 275k potential damage is gonna charge your heal. What? That's gonna charge so fucking quickly. Time of inactivity before progress loss 420 seconds. Wait, what the fuck is that? 7 minutes. 7 minutes of Here's what? 7 minutes. The games last 20 minutes. So what the fuck? Like every other ship has like they lose it so quickly. This is 7 minutes. And of course it's automatic, isn't it? Activated effect, ship capability. So it gets Changzeng heal, except Changzeng requires you to literally land secondary hits within a short period of time to activate it. This thing has a 7-minute gap where just being shot at they don't even need hit. He doesn't need to do it. If just being shot at will charge up the shit on him. Holy fuck, man! And it's gonna heal 12k HP, and it's gonna be. This is so retarded, man. I'm actually in awe of how fucking demented this is. How are you ever going to kill this thing? How are you ever gonna fucking kill this thing? So, like, how much alpha is behind a battleship salvo? Like, how much alpha is behind, like... Okay, I sail up in my brick and I shoot it. My brick deals, what? 15.7k per shot. So 15,750, and I shoot 12 shots. So I just built up his heal by 60% just by shooting at him. Almost 70%. No, 70% almost, just by shooting at him. So if I shoot at him once, he's got 7. Even if I don't do any damage, it just lands around him and bounces off. He charged his heal by 70%. If something like a Minotaur or Cruiser is shooting him, or a torpedo spread goes past him, it's instantly going to charge up the heal. Holy fuck. This thing might actually be completely fucking unkillable. There's no superstructure to farm. It's 32mm balanced stern. If it sits angled against you, what the fuck do? You try to farm it, you just build up its heals. You don't farm it and it just tortures. Like, we have reached fucking carrier design pinnacles here on Lesta, man. Holy shit. This might be one of the most demented things I've ever seen. I'm genuinely like I feel like it's constant competition between Wargaming and Lesta, who can be more demented. And right now, man, with this design, Lesta really is like they're showing who's the true crack king of this neighborhood, man. Who's the true fucking pipe smoker in this scene? Because this is hard to compete with. This is really hard. Like this is a level of retardation I didn't think was possible, but here we fucking are. That's incredible. Genuinely fucking impressive. Holy shit. AA defense. Okay, surprisingly weak AA for a carrier. For a carrier, like only 4 flak, that's surprisingly little. Maximum speed 27 knots. Turns to Galileo City. Detectability 14.6. Okay, fair enough. So you get emergency team, standard DCP. And they do burn on Russia, but good thing trying to fucking farm fires on this thing though. Because you're just charging up his heal all the time. And your H is shattering. So if you if you want to start fires, you have to spam HE on it. But he has no superstructure, so his HE will shatter on him. And you will charge up his heal by trying to set fires on him. What? Okay, fighters. Okay, attack aircraft. 149 knots. Wait, cruising speed 120. Maximum speed without booster 140. Wait, this is the slow speed. 150 knots. That's the slow speed. And if you have the boosters on, the fucking rocket boosters, you're doing 282 knots. Huh? Isn't that like really fast? Am I missing something? This is before skills. How much is that? That's 282 knots is 522 kilometers per hour. How fast were the Midway planes? Like, huh? Like, what the fuck? Isn't that fucking insane? 522 kilometers an hour. Am I like missing something? Isn't that fucking completely absurd? Isn't that completely absurd? Midway with boost is 220. Yeah, this is 282. Holy shit. It's crazy how the technology on these carriers just keeps going up and we still have World War I flag. How is that a fucking thing? How do we still have fucking World War I flag when we're looking at this shit, man? Jesus. That's insane. Attacking flight 6, aircraft responder 6. Okay. Number 24. Missiles per aircraft 8. Wait, what? Hold on. So, wait, 6 times 8, 48. Maximum missile damage 2,500. Cool. So pen damage is a third, roughly. It's still like potentially like what the fuck? What do you do in a DD against this? Cool. This looks like fun. Bombers. Cruising speed 90. Maximum speed was boost 107. Maximum speed with boost 245 knots. Okay, and this thing is what? Attack flight 6. Aircraft per squadron 6. Bombs per aircraft 4. 24 bombs. 24 bombs, and you drop 5,800. Your bombs pen 55 millimeters, so good luck. And the fire chance is 50%. That's funny. That's funny. 55 millimeter pen, 50% fire. Funny. Funny. You just fucking cease to exist when this thing tortures you. That seems like fun. Can't wait to try to play something that goes nose in and tries to push, and then this thing shows up and drops me for fucking 40k HE damage, pins every part of my armor, and starts 4 fires. That's gonna be really cool, man. I can't wait. 55mm pen. If only there was some battleship that had 60mm armor. That would be really fucking useful against this, I think. Unfortunate. Well, fucking. I feel like what you really need against this thing is some sort of battleship that could have just enough armor to like to shatter that. But it's a shame that no such battleships exist in World of Warships. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Unfortunate. Thank you, Lesta. Good design. The American ships are gonna get so fucked by those bombs, by the way. 38mm deck armor on the Ohio and all of them, like, holy fuck, they're gonna evaporate. Jesus. Archerfish. The other great success of Wargaming's reworks, submarines. Submarines. Did you guys know it's actually almost 2 years since we're approaching the anniversary we're of 2 years since Lesta announced that, or sorry, Wargaming, back then it was like both of them, but they announced that they couldn't be arsed working on cities anymore. I can show you, like, this was 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago today, where they announced that the subs have come a long way in testing, almost 3 years since the concept was created. Finally, only about a year ago, subs were added to random battles, where we, based on your battles, brought them up to released-ready status. That's a long way to go for developing one ship, and we needed to move on. Thus, the next step is getting the subs into early access. 2 years ago, when they announced that basically they had worked on the ship long enough, it was time to release them, because too long have been spent working on them. At this point, we're 5 years into the submarine release, and there's still a complete shit show, and they're still adding new subs to the game. Cool. Needed to move on, they ran out of time. Yeah, basically the budget allocation or whatever for the subs, they were like, well, we have to push this on the live, regardless of feedback, and regardless of the fact that we know it's incomplete. Here's the real-life culprit of the Shinano sinking. Archerfish submarine. Yes, after testing both the Japanese and American, you will have the opportunity to pit these two against each other, repeating or rewriting history. Archerfish is an amazing creature. It is a fucking creature, man. I mean, I fully agree, man. Rarely have I been on the same page with fucking Lesta as heavily as I am right now, but they really are fucking creatures, aren't they? I 100% agree. Fucking, there's the carrier creatures and then there's the fucking submarine creatures, man. Truly, I agree, man. Archerfish in World of Warships is no less interesting, surely. Fucking, and some amazing creatures are gonna be playing this creature as well. I can tell you that. There's already a lot of amazing creatures on the live server. 6 bow and 4 stern torpedo launchers, long range of acoustic guided torps, solid damage from burst acoustic. Yeah. Balau class submarine, a formidable bounty hunter. Archerfish requires precise action due to the fact that all torpedoes, regardless of the numbers ready for launch, are launched simultaneously and in a wide fan. For clarity, you can imagine standard torpedo launch from a destroyer. Our submarine has the same principle. Large number of loaders and boats. Wait, so it launches like shotgun instant and then it all homes in on one target? Isn't that potentially really fucked up to deal with? Like, you go, and then it all homes in. The newcomer's equipment is quite classic for American submarines, but the presence of 227mm main caliber guns with sap shells cannot be called standard, and their damage per minute is not the worst within the class, but the firing range of 6 km will not allow much freedom. I love that they just started slapping guns on subs as well. Like, it's like they just given up on the concept of them only being torpedo boats. Now they just slap guns on them all the time, because, like, fuck everything else. Historical, yada yada. 20 autonomy reserve, 270, autonomy reserve restoration, 1 inch per second. Sap shells 2,400. 2.9 second reload with 2 guns, what? Isn't that quite a lot of sap DPM? Pins 36 as well. This will fuck up DDs, I think. 2.9 second reload. Won't this fuck up DDs pretty hard? I feel like this will finish off low HP subs really easily. The shell velocity appears very slow, but I mean, if you're going to use it close range anyway. Sonar, 12 km range, torpedoes. So you launch what? Oh man, of course. 89 knot torps. That's a really cool base speed to have on your torps. 89 knots, man. Why not? Fucking, we launch Sidewinder homing missiles on the enemy. Sure. They reload in 50 seconds. Of course they do. And then there's the alternate torp that does a mere 69 knots but hits you for 13.6k a pop. And 1.6k I'm gonna say. Okay, that's really cool. And then it's gonna fidget spin launch, bow stern. Cool. Maximum speed 30 knots. Of course it does 30 knots. Of course it does. I mean, historically, of course, how much did fucking Archerfish do? I'm just curious. I mean, I'm just gonna disappoint myself here. Let's have a look. See, Archerfish. Let's see, Archerfish. Here we go. Speed. Speed 20.25 knots. Submerged 8.75. Well, we do fucking 30 knots. Of course we do. Underwater 26 knots. Oh, we lose a whole fucking 4 knots by diving. That's a pretty harsh penalty, man. We go from 30 to 26. That's pretty brutal. Oh, pretty close to the historical 8.75 knots, if you ask me. 26 knots. That's merely a bit more than 3 times as fast. But hey, it's whatever, bro. It's whatever. Turning rate is 590, of course. 7.2. Oh, still gets fucking DD concealment. Sure. Whatever. Fucking bullshit, all of it. Hydrophone, underwater search. The enhanced steering gears equipment stats will be added later. Oh, it gets that as well. Cool. Yeah. Like, whenever anyone fucking talks about subs and historical accuracy, all you need to do is like pull up the actual speed values on these ships, and they always go like, because it's so far from anything resembling reality. It's retarded. That's why you should never ever use historical accuracy as an argument, especially in World of Warships, because it's a shit argument. It's a game. It's supposed to have good gameplay, and subs manage to miss on every part. They're dog shit gameplay. They're dog shit historical fucking fantasy. They're just in every possible way. They're a fucking abomination to the game. European destroyer Blyskawica 63. 63? Fuck! We're gonna have like incredible sonar equipment, and we're gonna have FIDO, and we're gonna have advanced anti-submarine technology. We're probably gonna have incredible radar-guided proximity fuse flak. Actually, no, we're gonna have anti-air missiles basically at this point, right? Surely, I mean, if 63, holy shit. The ASW and AA capabilities of this ship are gonna be insane, boys. Let's go. I mean, it's a fucking 60s ship, Cold War ship, man. Holy shit, I can't wait. Just like she had IRL, for sure. Sea Witch, maybe? Maybe Fido? I don't know what kind of systems they had, but it should be really advanced, right? Surely it won't be standard fucking World War One developed in 1914, 1915 depth charges that are dropped off the stern on a Cold War ship. Surely not. That would be absurd. Surely not. Surely they wouldn't do such a thing. After all, it's a 1963 ship, boys. Fans of historical ships, get... Oh, man. Fuck you, man. Just fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fucking dog shit, fuck you. We are pleased to present you with the iconic Blyskawica 1963 version. Okay, sure, bro. Sure. An destroyer's armed with 800mm guns with good armor pen of high exposure shells, which, with your accuracy, high damage per minute is ensured. The presence of albeit short 10 seconds radar and good camo. Wait, they're adding another fucking radar ship? Gdansk type. But the newcomer also has AP shells. 3 tube torpedoes offer high speed and range of torpedoes with mediocre damage. Okay. Some of them rotate 360 degrees, some of the turrets. Fair enough. Built in Britain for Poland, the destroyer became one of the most celebrated ships World War II handed to the Polish government. Okay, Blisk. I think I need to find the Polish side of that. Yeah, I think I need to dig out the old one. I think they need to get the Polish to get all the actual historical stuff on it, but whatever. Oh! The main caliber anti-aircraft guns were replaced with Soviet-style weapons. Yeah. This thing visited Finland, apparently, in 1960s. Looks nice. Looks nice. 18.5k health, tier 8 BB, 11.6, armor pen 20. Oh, that's cringe. Maximum of HE 1.4, 20 millimeters. Well, so wait, certain which old EDs had better than that? I know gearing, for example, is going to be a big issue for this thing, because but I don't think it was too many that had 21. It's pretty rare, I think. Most of the higher tier ones will all be 19, so... Is there any of its own tiers? It should be just enough to deal with the EDs, the 20 millimeters. The problem here is, of course, superstructures at this tier, though, are, I think... cruisers it's 19 or 16, but wasn't battleship superstructure 21? No, it's also 19. Then it's kinda just enough. Kinda just enough. Just enough to get past. It's kinda just enough to get past. You won't pen anything except the superstructure with the HE cruisers and shit. But you can deal with DDs, and you can deal with that. Reload time 3.6, fire chance 6, but it's tragic. Alpha really tragic. I wonder what the duck calculates to. You do have 8 guns though. We'll see how it works. Pretty good turret verse, and also if it's 360-degree turrets, it should be usable. Depth charges, wow. Dropped off the stern. Depth charges, that's incredible. Torpedo armament, 1x3. Wait, 1x3, is that it? Has 1 launcher with 3 torps. Interesting. Does fuck all damage. Really good range. Really fast. But like, the fuck do you do with this? The fuck do you do with this? Let's sub 30k alpha. If you land all 3 torps. And like, if you hit someone with torpedo belt, let's say average battleship torpedo belt is going to be around 30% or whatever, then you do 20k damage to a battleship if you land all 3 torps. You can't really YOLO anything. You can barely even YOLO cruises with this thing. At best, you can kill a DD with the torps. So it's going to be mostly like try to get a flood and then burn them. But the reload time is 90 seconds. So 90 seconds for this, it might as well be a decoration at this point, honestly. Might as well be a decoration at that point. Oh, someone calculated the DPM. Let's see, 186k HE DPM. 186k. That's quite a lot. That's only below Akizuki. Above everyone else. Interesting. Wonder what the ballistics will be like. If the ballistics are any better than Aki, it might be pretty interesting as a like open water. Flak is junk. Of course the AAs. How do you have a fucking 1963 ship and you give it fucking 3 flak that does 1260? Like, and what is this long range AA? 60, 102 and 6. Bro, come on. This is the worst AA I've ever seen, and it's supposed to be a ship from 1963. The worst fucking dev charges, the worst fucking AA. Well, not the worst dev charges, but fucking World War One and like historical fans rejoice. Like, bro, fuck off. Fast, handles well, 7-3 conceal. That's actually gonna be pretty good, isn't it? It's gonna be 5.9 conceal. 5.9 conceal is pretty nice. And you, whoa, wait, hold on. So you got DCP, the shitty smoke, but still a smoke, and the radar. 10-second radar, 60-second cooldown. I think you'll trade really well, thanks to the radar. You'll trade really well with all the ships. Also, you're going to be really fast with the speed boost in this. It might be pretty good, actually. Yeah, 8 modern dual-purpose guns can apparently only put up 3 flak. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Who knew that after carriers dominated all of World War II, no fucking advancements were made to anti-air in the following 20 years? That's crazy, right? Who knew? Thank you for enlightening us, Lesta, and more gaming. Soviet cruiser Sverdlovsk. What the fuck is this? God, this thing looks Cold War as fuck as well because of this. What is this? Sverdlovsk. This is a lot of ships, man. Maybe they're just so dented that it takes a long time to go over them. Dude, holy shit. Is a Kronstadt hull being used for something again? Sevastopol? Kronstadt? What if we take the Sevastopol? Wait, where's the coulda, woulda, shoulda, might have happened hypothetical? Or where's all that shit, man? That's my favorite part. What is this? What if we take the Sevastopol? What if we take the Sevastopol with the guns of the Commissar and season it with some hefty sap shells? Our answer to cruises. Have they just given up on their stories? I like their storytelling though. I like the storytelling. Did they just like run out of material for the storytelling? Like, well, why not? What if Stalin tripped one day and accidentally knocked over a file, and out of the file cabinet came the design for the Sverdlovsk, in which we suddenly use sap shells. Like, I appreciated the effort, man. They spent it all on the Shinano. True. That samurai text was pretty next level. 3 240mm guns in 3 turrets with long firing range represent quite a lethal force. And due to the classic Soviet flat ballistics, firing at long distances and taking a lead will be a pleasure. But the armor-piercing shells, unfortunately, lag behind in damage. Sverdlovsk cannot boast of having torpedoes and surveillance radar. Therefore, the newcomer feels most comfortable on the second line. Their ship's advantages include a decent number of combat capability points, and its disadvantages include a low maneuverability and not the best accuracy for a cruiser. So it's a battle cruiser dispersion with 240mm guns shooting sap. Commissar guns shooting sap. Okay. What? Historical background. Oh, what the fuck is this? Two heavy cruisers were laid down, but after the start of the Great Patriotic War, construction was stopped. The Great Patriotic War, World War II. That's what they call it there, the Great Patriotic War. Because it's hard to call it the Great Patriotic War if you follow history. It's trying to sell it as a Great Patriotic War when it includes shady deals with the Nazis about dividing all of Europe and invading Finland. It's pretty hard to call it patriotic then, but if you really pretend really hard that the war started with Germany invading Russia, then you can say it's a great patriotic war and it was all defensive, and then it's a great hero story. So you gotta understand from which perspective they build it up when they call it that. Thank you. I think no Wiperius, that was a while ago. Yeah, ignore Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Ignore the whole invasion of Finland, ignore all of these things, and then it's a great patriotic war. It is what it is. Okay. Ship characteristics. They sure live in their own worlds. Yeah, I know. But I don't think you're even allowed to like talk about, like, I don't think they even teach the Ribbentrop, Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Like a lot of people aren't even, they don't even know about it. They don't know it was a thing, and that's for a reason. You ignore the fact that Stalin wanted to join the Axis until 41. Oh yeah, and he was denied. Like, there's a whole lot of things going on there that makes the whole Great Patriotic War not seem very patriotic, but let's see. Combat capability 60,000 health, plating 25, fire duration 30 seconds. Okay. Capability 33%. That's repeatable. That's pretty strong. Okay. Sap hits harder than AP. Well, a pretty pitiful AP, but if it's Commissar Pen, that you can sit it a lot with this, so it might not be that bad. It wasn't in the school program? Really? That's crazy. Muscle was the AP. Same AP on the Sap, and this reload time 17 seconds. Battle Cruiser Dispersion with 205 Sigma. This is, I feel like this is pretty hard hitting. It's gonna be pretty nasty to deal with this Sap. Especially 21.1 km range. This thing is gonna be really obnoxious. It overmatches super lights. Yeah, it does. Anything above is at 230 something overmatches super lights. But the Commissar guns also have great pen, so the AP is going to be nasty against cruisers and stuff giving broadside. Okay, standard ESW by the looks of it. No one built secondaries on cruisers. Well, we don't talk about Shredder. 6 flak, 5.8. Not really that impressive. Jesus, you'd think with all of this guidance and all of these modern AA guns, you'd think that you'd have some radar guided AA that would be really strong, but unfortunate, man. Maximum speed 33.5. Rudder shift 14. Jesus, that's very shit for a cruiser. Like most new BBs have better rudder than that. It doesn't the Libertad have, I think on Libertad, because it has built-in acceleration, you can build rudder shift on it. So you have 10.9 second rudder in the Libertad. Okay, but 14 second, terrible turning circle, terrible rudder shift, detectability 13.6. So you're gonna be sitting at 11. Not quite as good as that Soviet battlecruiser we saw earlier. Or sorry, what was it? Pan-Asian battlecruiser. With the Stalin guns, that thing had what 10.6, 10.8? So not quite as good as that one. Mm. Better remember how many people Churchill starved in Asia. Oh, is that my favorite argument? What about Churchill? I love when people pull out the whole what about. I'm a big fan of that argument. I love that argument. It's always a sign of having a really good argument when you follow up anything you say, but what about this other guy committing this other thing? That's always I appreciate that. I appreciate the attempt. I would start arguing with you right now and commending you on your great argumentative talents and skills, but I'm actually in the middle of a devlog, so you'll have to wait until later. I'm sorry. I actually really enjoy when people use such cunning methods of argumentation against me, such as what about Churchill? Sadly, deadlock. Damage control, repair party. Hydro, defensive AA. Yeah, of course they're in the same slot as well. Interesting. Yikes. Yikes. Reason for choosing? Wait. Cold War. Yeah, it's a Cold War ship. Of course it is. Very cool, very cool. The whataboutism. Yeah, I don't know what they teach nowadays. Like, is it just that people don't learn argumentation in school? Like, don't you have people arguing against each other like under supervision, so someone can correct them when they pull the dumbest shit? Like, don't they teach that shit anymore? Because the amount of people who still think that using whataboutism is actually like a valid way of arguing is really baffling to me. Because you're not arguing a point. You're trying to create a separate point to talk about. That's not you should stick to the point unless you're wrong, in which case it's a defensive shit strategy that it gets called out by anyone who sees it. I don't get it. Pan Asian supercruiser Xi'an. Xi'an? Lul, I just said what we know about stuff. Yes, and then you tacked on the Churchill thing. You know what you did. Wait, bro. Your argument could have been better if you just kept it to the point. But then you tacked on Churchill starving people in Asia, which no one fucking cared about or talked about, or like that was in no way relevant. And you tried to tack it on, and now you're pretending like no such thing happened. Come on, bro. Like, stick to your guns. If you're confident in your own argument, you don't need to stick on what about this at the end. Anyway, stop disturbing the devil. Xi'an. What the fuck is a Xi'an? It looks like a low-tier ship, but it's a super cruiser. It's gonna be another Chinese ship. They've been pandering a lot to the Chinese lately. 10 torps per side. What are these guns? They're gonna be Chinese, isn't it? Interesting. A glorious successor to the good traditions of Pan-Asian ultralight cruisers. Only even angrier and toothier. Same 5 turrets as Jinan, except 130mm guns. Instead of Jinan, what, 127? So is it gonna be better ballistics than Jinan? High damage per minute, high rate of fire. Even the low armor penetration has no power. Okay. The torpedoes are also excellent. 4 torpedo launchers, 5 torps each. 14.5. What is Jinan torps? 13.5. And of course, the best Pan-Asian tradition, the ship torpedoes at deep waters. Okay. That do giga damage. Fair enough. Also feels good. Okay, so it's supposed to have excellent AA, but low HP, and I assume short smoke. Wait. Have been increased. Wait, depth charges have been increased compared to its younger brothers. Okay, a larger area. Citadel. It's quite hidden inside the ship, which will make it inaccessible to large caliber HE shells. But the chance of getting overpenned by an AP shell will be lower. Okay. Interesting. What is it going to be? Yeah, here we go. After modernization and rearmament, the ship could have been transferred to China as a part of the scientific... bro, they're really pandering to China lately. You can tell, like, all the top tier ships they pump out are ours. Just happen to be Pan-Asian, just happen to be transferred to China. It's pretty obvious. Ship characteristics. 32.8k. 60mm plating. Firing range 14.8. What's Jinan range? 15.5. So it's less range than Jinan. Interesting. Okay. Reload time 2.9. Jinan guns are 3 seconds, so it reloads faster. H alpha 1.8, so same alpha, but 0.1 seconds faster reload. Shell velocity is significantly faster, though. Significantly faster. Jinan HE alpha muzzle velocity is 808 meters per second. This is 950 meters per second. So that's pretty insane. That's a huge. So the ballistics are going to be much better. And the AP is probably going to be looks to be harder hitting, but also going to be significantly more effective because of that. Lesta didn't buff Jinan Rage, so it's still 14.5 there. Ah, yeah, shit, you're right. So we're comparing the EU numbers, but on Lesta they haven't done that. Interesting. So it's an upgrade compared to that, but more important, the ballistics change is going to be huge. Number of bombs, 16 bombs, okay? I guess huge explosion on them or something. 16,533. What's Jinan Alpha on the Tor? 17.9 on Jinan. So wait, these are weaker? I mean, you're going to be building the alpha on them. These are weaker, with more range though, but still weaker? That's surprising to me. They have better range. They have better range instead of 13.5, 14.5, but you lose out a fair bit of alpha on them. AA, thin flak with heavy hard-hitting explosion. Only 6 game range. I would like to see 6.9 or something. And the continuous is pretty pitiful, but the flak is pretty nice. That's a lot of flak. Maximum speed 35.8. 35.8. Jinan does 35, so it is faster. Turning of circle 660. And rudder shift 8.1. Roughly handles the same, it's just very slightly faster. Detectability is 11.7, so it's actually stealthier than Jinan, isn't it? It's stealthier than Jinan, I think. 9.5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's stealthier than Jinan. That's pretty stealthy, actually. Russia had torpedo damage rebalance, so all torps have less damage there. Fair enough. The super ship modules, they're not in the game yet, but obviously they're gonna change. God forbid why they thought the ships needed the modules. Jesus, how many ships are there? Damage control party. Smoke gen. Wait. Okay, yeah, it's... Wait, this is not... 70 seconds, reload time 110. 3 charges. I guess it's pretty good smoke, but fair enough. AA barrage. Wait, it's in a separate... Yeah, so you're guaranteed gonna have defensive AA as well. The AA is gonna be pretty strong with 10 flak and defensive AA. Torpedo reload booster, heal. Looks pretty standard. Yeah, it's full copy pasta here. It's pretty similar to Jinan, honestly. The main difference really is the difference in guns. You have flatter arc guns with better AP. Oh, okay. I need to get something to drink. 1 second. This dovbleg is gigantic. Are you shitting me? Bro, does this development block ever end? I don't know. I have no clue. Okay. Let's see. The hell is that? Hengshui. It's gonna be another Chinese ship. What the fuck are those turrets? Okay, we have a lot of torps. Feng Shui, isn't that how you decorate your home? Yeah, it kinda is, isn't it? Feng Shui. But this is Heng Shui. Is this Sendender? Yes, but no. Okay. Characteristics are different. It has HE though, more torpedoes, deep water torps, no radar, as well as the lack of the improved heal. It doesn't, not quite the ordinary shooting mode. Uh-oh. Heng Shui. Okay. So this ship has only one firing mode, salvos. Basically, you load the drum with shots, and then you can ducka really quickly. Interesting. Playing Hengshui according to the standard scheme, one full salvo, it's reload, one full salvo. We get a fairly stable damage with good reload, especially with the third salvo. But if the situation requires unloading the entire clip, the salvos that follow will not be as effective in terms of reloading. Okay. As a result, we get a drop in damage per minute, but the one-time damage will be more impressive. So the choice of how exactly to shoot depends on the situation. The distinctive features of the Chinese... Oh, it's Chinese. Of course it's Chinese. They didn't even say it at this point, but it was... I mean, it was... as I said, they're pandering to China a lot, you can tell. So it's fully Chinese. Fair enough. Big surprise. 3x 352, firing range 16.6. That's a lot of range. 2.2 HE. Number of volleys 3. 2 seconds interval. So you can unload 3 volleys in like 4 seconds. That's pretty spicy. Time to reload shells 8.5, 8.5, 5. Fair enough. So I assume weight 5. Interesting, okay. Reload time, standard ASW, deep sea torp 16.5, 12 km range, 67 knots. Yeah, they look pretty nasty. AA, oh, this one gets 6.9. Interesting. This one gets 6.9, 5 flak. Looks pretty decent. Long range continuous is garbage. 33 knots, 7.8, rudder shift 10. What's with, I swear, BB's, like, the rudders on these cruisers have been questionable. 11.5 detect. That's pretty good, though. Very stealthy, actually. That's going to be really good, I think. 9.3, yeah. That's very stealthy. It has no radar, though, so it's going to be less suppressive because of that. Standard heal. Hydro. Spotter or defensive. I mean, if you have 16.6 km range, probably might want defensive, we'll see. Spotter tends to be better now. Celebration Chinese New Year. Yeah, bro, there's this. Damn. There's a lot of China pandering going on here. Interesting. That was the deadlock. Holy shit. God damn, that was the deadlock. Jesus. That was a fucking gigantic deadlock. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. This was all Lesta, of course. Holy fuck, this was a long deadlock. Good lord. Jesus. Wargaming glazing China hard. They really are. Holy shit. Sorry, Lesta glazing China hard. They really are, aren't they? God damn. That's actually crazy. 2 hours worth of deadlock. 15 years of deadlock. Holy shit.